Welcome everyone. This is probably going to be the last PvE sort of build I will be doing for a while. This build is able to extract and refine for all the metals and petrology sort of goods. We can also craft pet equipment on the side. Almost everything at impeccable quality with the material usage reduction clade gift, as well as having the extraction clade gifts for your extracting and your refining of all your stuff. So this is a great sort of all-in-one build for those three things. Just remember that if you are a few profession points short in this build of anything, you can always lower the pet equipment crafting skills by a small amount in any way, shape or form that you like. The durability on pet armor is already extremely high, and I've never actually seen the pet armor break before for anybody's pet, so you're completely fine in doing that, even if you're not a mage, for example, or if you are a mage and you just cannot fit certain points into this build. This is based off of the template for my previous build, the full armor and weapon crafter. There are a few differences in the stats and the clades. It is based off of a female Ogmere mounted mage, which I will also be running 2 of these because I like to craft everything for myself to maximum effectiveness. So these are the gifts I have. The main most important ones for these skills and this build is the metalsmith to decrease material usage by 6%, which is absolutely huge. No other clade has this, so this is amazing to have on your Ogmere. This is going to reduce the material usage by 6% for all of your pet equipment, and they do require a lot of material. For your extraction, you definitely want a metallurgist, and for refining, you definitely want iron master. So you will need at least 4 clade levels to have everything you need for your professions in this build. We will be running a ring with 2 raw intelligence just to put ourselves over the 140 intelligence mark. This will give us a lot more profession points in our skills tab, just so that we can get a bit more durability for textiles lore with the pet equipment to have it at 95 instead of 81. I will show you very soon what the difference is. Of course, with this build you will be running raw int anyway. Ideally you will have 4 raw int and 11 mana on each of your rings and whatever on your neck, so this is completely fine and fits in with the build. Going on to the skills, of course after equipping the ring we have lots more profession points, so we'll lower all these down to 100. If you did not want to run any trinkets for this build, if you want it to be effective without having any trinkets, you can actually still have textile lore. It'll only be at 81 with only 130 intelligence. However, with this new ring we now have an extra 14 profession point. We can now have textile lore at 95 and everything is almost maxed for what we need. Moving on to the profession skills, crafting appliances at 100, or extraction appliances at 100, and everything under it at 100. Great Natus operation, this is for extracting for chronite and ogmium. You'll definitely want blast furnace operation for the same reason. Everything else obviously, as I said, is at 100. Extraction, you want basic, intermediate and advanced ore extraction for each stage of your extraction processes. There's lots of guides online on what these processes are and how to do them. These are just the skills that you need, so I'm just showing them to you now. Material lore at 100. Animal materials, we're taking this and everything under it except for scales, so that we can craft our pet equipment at maximum impeccable quality. We're taking fur lore, iron fur lore for backing on our combat pets. If you actually want to have textile lore at 100 and you want to lower this to 95, you can do. I've made the decision to have this at 100 purely for the reason that I think that it's better to have a higher durability on ground combat pets than mounted combat pets, because they will be taking much more melee damage and therefore be taking much more durability damage, and therefore it's more beneficial to have animal materials at 100 for the iron fur durability. Metallurgy is a given at 100, everything below it at 100, master alloys at 100, and of course chronite and ogmium lore. Winter and petrology at 100, that's a given. Everything under it at 100, even alchemical mineralogy. This is to extract for pyropite, sanguinite, etc. This is also going to be used later on for a bunch of processes, so you need to have alchemical mineralogy at 100. You do not need alchemical dissolvent, so that can stay at 0. That is completely useless for you. Textile lore, we have it at 95. As I said, you could have it as 100 and swap out another lore down to 95 if you like. The difference in durability is not very high. It's actually a backing material always, it's not a primary material, so the difference in durability is very low. Pet equipment crafting at 100. We've got bear equipment crafting here. This mortal data calculator is actually incorrect. It only requires 200 primary points to craft all pet equipment in the entire game, so you only need these 200 here and nothing else, and so we can move on from there. Ideally, the armors you will be using for combat pets, you will want really steel or above with a backing of iron fur or above if it's a ground combat pet. If it's a mounted combat pet, you will want blood silk with steel or something along those lines like chronite and blood silk for a mounted build with almost maximum effect with only textile at 95. As I said, you can swap it around if you want with animal materials lore. The greatest thing about this, of course, is the clade gifts. Everything is at 100 and max extraction yield, and that is all you will be needing in a all-in-one extractor, refiner and pet equipment crafter build. This is the final PvE build I will be doing for a while. If you do have any other build suggestions, maybe for PvP builds, then let me know and I'll get through with them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.